This video was brought to you by ABRP Planner, Kempower, Markus Bil, Stormberg and Bilkomponenter. Yo, what's up? We're now sitting in a Citroen e-C4X with a new battery and new drivetrain. And this video I'm going to show you guys how much faster it charges than before. Okay, let's roll the tape now. So yes, we have whooping 55 kilowatt hour now versus 50 before. But actually before we had really low net capacity, only 41 kilowatt hour. And I compare that with the Model 3 and then ID3. And Model 3 of course charges fastest of all here. At least it has a high peak, but will that be enough to reach a 90% first? We will see. And then, but we will see that the old e-C4, see, okay, it could not maintain 100 kilowatt for too long, and then at least it gets 97 kilowatt. Okay, that's pretty good. And then, but the new one, actually, right now the new one is starting a little bit slower. But is it flatter? Well, we'll see. Okay, still very impressive with the old e-C4 to charge fairly fast. But see, already at 32%, it starts throttling to 78%. Sorry, 78 kilowatt. But the new one can actually maintain a flatter curve for long. You will see that 85, 86 kilowatt can be maintained for quite a long time. Model 3 is still charging pretty fast. Model 3 is in the lead now, and then ID3, wow, it's the slowest one for a German car. That is kind of disappointing, isn't it? Compared to the other brands here. Okay, e-C4, the old one is at 79, so okay, it's still pretty good charging speed for a small battery. But look at the e-C4X, man, still maintaining 87 kilowatt, almost, yeah, almost at 40. Almost at 50%. You can take that speed nice and flatter than the Germans even. Look at that compared to the ID3. Wow. Model 3, you see, even now it starts throttling a little bit because that's how it is. They have like a triangle shape on the charging curve, unlike the French, actually. Yeah, and now you see that the old e-C4 start throttling even more. So at 60%, it started going a little bit slow, 64 kilowatt. I mean, it's still over 1C, so that's still okay. But compared to the new one, look at the new one. It's, well, it's a bigger battery, but yeah, very impressive charging speed. Also now the new one also charges a little bit slower, but still maintaining a nice and flat curve. We're going to look at the charging curve eventually. But then Model 3, okay, had an initial lead, but it seems like the lead is starting to get eaten up. Well, actually, I forgot, yeah. Model 3 might not have been leading. I forgot that the old e-C4 actually charged pretty fast, but okay. Net capacity on the e-C4 is also very low compared to the Model 3. Model 3 has the highest net capacity, 57 kilowatt hour. But okay, now certainly you see that the e-C4X starts throttling a little bit. That is at 70%. Yeah, then it goes slow. So it seems like it's been optimized to go very fast with 70%, and then from there it plummets a little bit. But it could also be a thermal thing, because you will see that after a little while now it will actually charge a little bit faster, and I have indications that the e-C4X might rapid gate a little bit, but it depends. It seems like when you push it hard, push it deep, there's suddenly 57 kilowatt, huh? So the 50 kilowatt, was that because of thermal throttling, or was it something else? Because normally when you have drops or some slowdowns and then the speed increases, could usually be because the voltage goes up, but this is a way too big jump up and down like that. But okay, we see that right now the Model 3 is going kind of slow, but also the old e-C4 is going also kind of slow at over 80%. The ID3 though, man, what the heck happened to the German? It's the slowest one of all, how shit, okay. And then how about the e-C4X? Okay, e-C4X, past 80%, most cars, they will charge slow-ish, but look at that speed. I mean, the e-C4 is going slow, 30 kilowatt, that's okay, that's kind of slow, but look at the e-C4X. Okay, I spoke too soon. Yeah, okay, now, all right, okay, we're down to 30 kilowatt, yeah. Only some of the some other German brands, they tend to go fast towards the end. Well, actually, the ID3 is going a little bit faster. Well, I mean, well, but it is behind the other ones. Okay, e-C4X, sorry, the old e-C4 hit 90% first, but it has the smallest battery. Okay, but still in terms of C rating, that is still pretty schnell, right? But small battery. And then yeah, and then Model 3 and the e-C4X, they also hit 90% roughly at the same time after 38 minutes and 36 on the old e-C4. So that's decent. And then now we're just sitting here waiting for the ID3 to finish. I don't know what the heck happened to ID3, man. The Germans, they used to be really schnell laden, but now it's the slowest one. But okay, one thing you want to pay attention here is that, okay, now that we are just waiting for the ID3 to finish, I can show you that if you look at the kilowatt hour delivered from the charger, from the e-C4, the old one, that's 38.2 kilowatt hour versus 44.8 now. Okay, there's some of this is of course due to losses or maybe even battery heating, I'm not sure, but you see at least that we have, okay, a lot more energy from the charger, and then that should also mean that we have also more energy going into the battery. It's actually Well, the energy, that's more than 10% increase. Quick math, I think around, yeah. Okay, okay, ID3 won. I mean, ID3 reached 90%. We didn't go to 100%, but yeah, now you guys have seen it. The battle between the tiny batteries. We look at the charging curve, we see that Model 3 SR Plus hits 170 kilowatt, is way beyond all the other cars. And this is the triangle curve I'm talking about, is that many cars actually nowadays, they will have more of this one, which I consider is safer to charge a lithium battery, or this is even LFP battery, but it's still lithium based. And then the ID3 has actually a nice and flat curve in the beginning, so it goes faster than the other ones, yeah. But then it kind of just falls apart. But on the other hand, it also has this typical lower curve, right? And then it has a little dip towards the end here. But look at the French, man. The French, they have a nice curve. They have a little step, okay, versus these ones that are maybe a little bit more sophisticated. The steps can have their disadvantages. But what you want to see is you want to compare the old and the new one. So the new one charges faster at the bottom, but then suddenly the old one goes a little bit faster at one point. But then you see here, this is also the majority of the charging sessions will usually go to around 50-60%. So the new one is charging a lot faster. And remember that we are only talking about percent state of charge here. Energy is also different, because remember that it was the old one here was only 41 kilowatt hour. That's what I actually measured. And then the new one is 51, so that's a big difference. That's actually roughly 25% more energy, yeah. So yeah, in terms of charging speed, and also by the end of the day, for example, a practical test like 1,000 kilometer challenge reveals that the new drivetrain is a lot better, or travels a lot faster than the old one. Especially here, you see that the old one just kind of plummets quite significantly at 80% and it stays there, but the new one can actually maintain some decent speed before it also eventually needs to kind of bail out. But you see, what you guys see in here is that this doesn't only apply to the e-C4X, it also should apply to all the other cars in the Stellantis. So eventually Citroen, the E28, Peugeot E28, E2008, DS3, which one do we have again? Opel Astra should get it. Actually, next week, well, actually, by the end of this week, I'm already getting the Jeep Avenger, the first electric Jeep. Oh yeah! So all the other Stellantis cars, except for maybe Fiat 500e, which is, well, I mean, it's part of Stellantis, but not part of PSA, will probably not get this one. But yeah, this is great. It means that these Stellantis cars or these PSA cars, they can still be in the game. Kind of, well, I mean, you see that it even beats ID3, right? But yeah, I still feel like, well, could it charge faster? We are still talking about only around 50 kilowatt hours, and maybe roughly 100 kilowatt-ish is the fastest you can go safely with these cars without killing the battery. Yeah, but anyway, I think that's going to be it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.